So welcome to the channel of RD Automation Learning. So in this video, we'll discuss a very important thing that is happening in the IT industry with respect to notice period. So many of the companies have kept the notice period as 90 days. And if you see, on the contrary, they are looking for immediate joiners. So what is happening in this particular instance is, so if you are having 90 days of notice period, you're not getting calls at all, right? Or let's say by fluke, even if you get one of the call, your interview won't get scheduled because the new employer knows that you won't be joining prior to 90 days. So this has been one of the problem in the IT industry that is faced by lot many of the employees. And as soon as your experience grows, as soon as you get more senior in your roles in your IT companies, you're facing this kind of issues. So let's look into this particular issue in detail and how to mitigate this particular issue. So let's rethink about 3 months of notice period. And before we go on that, I would like to update you about the Amazon online assessment interview questions and answers. So in Amazon recently, if you'll see, the new hirings are going on for developers, for testers, for quality assurance engineers. So a lot of hirings are going on in QA. So you can get this package at the in which the Amazon interview questions and answers are covered. And it is an updated package, right? It is an updated version with respect to the questions, answers, not only in India, but outside India also. When you're going for the interviews, you'll be getting the first online assessment there. So what kind of questions are being asked, that things are being covered here. So let's look into the 3 months of notice period in India. So what is the current scenario? So as we were discussing, it's 90 days, right? It is 3 months, and it's very common. And it hurts both the employer and the employee. So employee is not able to get the new job opportunity here. And the employer, they are not getting the productivity from the employee because the employee knows that tomorrow I have to leave the job. Tomorrow I won't be working here. So those are the challenges, right? Due to this, what is happening, from the employee perspective, if you see, the new opportunities are not coming. They have to wait for a longer period of time. At times they have to take the risk that they have to quit the current job, and then they have to move ahead. The career growth is slowed down, right? So there's a lot of stress going on in the employee's mind, and they are not able to focus also because of this. Now, if you see from the employer perspective, so problems are there, right? Less reliability for critical tasks. So if you assign some critical task to a person who is already on a notice period, and he or she is going to get he or she is going to move on from that particular company. So those kind of criticality or those kind of seriousness you won't see in the people, right? And I'm not saying in all of the people, but in few of the people this has been observed, right? Delayed hiring cycles, increased recruitment costs. Because of this, the recruiters also, they have to continue searching for the other candidates more and more, more and more. And by the time 90 days is about to complete, it might happen the candidate might get multiple offer letters and he'll start offer shopping. Those all things are happening. Now let's compare this situation from the global perspective. In Canada or in USA, the notice period is only 2 weeks, right? UK and Europe, the short-term employment, it is 1 to 2 weeks, right? Long-term employment, 7 to 8 weeks. For 7 to 8 years, if you have worked in that company, 7 to 8 weeks, right? So shorter notice period is faster hiring and reduced dropout rates. So that's the important thing. If we go for shorter notice period, it would help both the employer as well as employee. So we saw the drawbacks. Now let us see what are the possible solutions for this. Okay. So you can work with your manager, you can work with your HR manager, you can work with your reporting manager, reporting team, and you can request them to reduce the standard notice period to 1 month. 1 month is fine. See, as such, all the knowledge transfer would be done in a span of 15 days or 21 days max. But still, you can keep 1 month for the buffer, right? For the sake of buffer. You can also have variable notice period based on the role and tenure. So if someone is working for maybe 1 or 2 years, they can have 1 month of notice period. If someone is working since 5 years, they can have 1.5 month of notice period at the max, right? Let's and if someone is working for just 1 year or 1 year, 1 month, give them a notice period of 15 days. What? knowledge they are going to transfer, uh, it's very important, right? It won't take more than 15 days. 15 days is also a big duration, right? So you have to improve on the early release options. You have to come up with the solutions of early release options. This is from the management perspective, I'm telling you, right? And if you see the contractual positions or the revisions can happen. So if you're working on a contract, then accordingly you can have the notice period. If you're working as a permanent employee, then you can have a different terms and conditions for the notice period. So those all things are very important. If you take care of all these things, then automatically the hiring process will improve. As of now, what is happening? The candidates are not getting calls. And if you see the other way around, candidates gave the interview, but they are not getting any feedback from what happened during the interview. So those kind of things are happening, right? So 90 days notice period is definitely an outdated one. We are working in 2025. We are in 2025 with AI things coming up, and we have to be prepared for the fast-paced work environment, right? If you see today's IT industry, it's not something that today you'll create a ticket, after 2 days your ticket will be getting resolved. It's not like that, right? Those days are already gone. These days, people are expecting quicker actions and quicker responses, right? You just see any of the AI tools, you just put the prompt and immediately you get the response, right? So employer hiring efficiency would increase, even employee career growth would be there if the notice period is short. And you can also keep terms and conditions. If the KT is not given properly, then the notice period might get extended. So those kind of things can be done, right? But don't make the employees, don't make the professionals to sit in the company for 90 days of notice period. Then you know that they are not going to be as much as productive as they were when they were a full-time employee working with you. So these are the things that the notice period things need to be changed with respect to the IT industry. And if you are someone who is getting into this 3 months of notice period, then you can connect with us on the top mate call also. And you can also see if these all options work for you, right? Because I know as with respect to 90 days of notice period, the opportunities might get lost and there's a loss of high quality candidates as well, right? So this was a short video on what's going on with respect to the notice period in India and why it's creating an issue for the employees. And last again, would also like to inform you about the package which contains Amazon online assessment and interview questions and answers. So this contains SDET interview questions as well as Amazon interview questions that has been recently asked to few of my subscribers who went for an Amazon interview. All right. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video and stay tuned for more updates.